Hey guys, this is Mona. Welcome to Plant Therapy. This video is my Hoya Collection 2023 Part 2. If you haven't seen Part 1, please make sure to check it out when you're done watching this one. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please comment below, like, and share the video. Thanks for watching. This little guy is new. It is called Hoya Variegation, something like that. I'm sure it's wrong. Let's see. Variegation. Okay. If you look at it, can you make out the little hairs on this thing? Really nice, firm leaves. Really pretty. We'll have to see what it's going to end up looking like. Look like that is drying off, but that's okay. I'm sure she'll give me some new leaves shortly. Alright, I'm going to put this one aside now. Let's keep it moving because there's just too many. This is my Polynora, and she's about to be combined with the cuttings I took. Let me show you. Where is it? Here are the cuttings grown like crazy, but it's in stratum, and now it's dry enough that I think I can take them out and put them all in one pot. So that's my Polynora. My goal is to get that Albo marginata. Really want that one, so hopefully I'll be able to get that soon. The price is right. Okay, let's focus on this one. This is my Crassy Petiolata. Now, if any of you have watched my original Hoya collection video, this thing was nowhere near this size. And that was about 11 months, 12 months ago, something like that. Almost 12 months now. So let's say 11 months. But look at that. Look at the detail on that leaf. Isn't that beautiful? So I already showed you the Crassy Petiolata splash earlier in the video. So if she ends up growing like this, I'll be very happy. But as I told you earlier, that one I had a little problem with. So I had to do a little rescue mission last night. But that's all right. Let's focus on something else while I put this down. Where can I put it? Just keep it right there. Hope it doesn't topple over. Okay, let's go here. This is my AH074. And from what I understand, could be wrong, please correct me if I am, I believe it's a cross between Pubicalyx and Carnosa Grey Ghost. It's doing well so far. I did pot it up in pond recently, and it's in self-watering. So we'll see. These two leaves, they're okay. They were the newer leaves when it came in the mail recently, so they're not totally hardened off yet, but they're not dead. So hopefully that's a good sign. Here I have my black margin. What is it? It's either Parasitica black margin or Verticillata black margin. I think they sold it to me as Parasitica black margin, and these are new leaves here. Looking good. So she's still growing for me. She's grown a lot. All of these trellis plants here, the bigger leaved ones, not even the Cronana. The Cronanas, and they all just really shot out the leaves once I hooked them up with a trellis. So I'd heard that online, So I'm assuming that that's the reason why I suddenly have all these beautiful leaves. You know, they were shooting out the tendrils, but they didn't have much going on there. So someone said just work them onto a trellis and you will get the leaves. And sure enough, that seemed to work. This one you can kind of make out the black margin there. Initially, I wondered if I had a black margin because I didn't see a black margin, but it was a small young plant. So just goes to show you don't see it right away. But yeah, the more light you give it, I think then you get that margin along the edge. Okay, I'm just going to move this over. Something's going to topple over. I can feel it. Here is my Cronana silver splash. I'm not sure if it's a super silver, but judging from here, that kind of looks like it. But then it has this part. I don't know what it's doing. I've been taking cuttings from there to try to see if I could stimulate the for it to look like this, or like the silver ones there. I may take this whole strand and create another plant. I think I already did that with some, I don't know if it was off of this plant or the other one. I think it might have been right there. Started a whole new plant. Cronianas, they grow very quickly. Love them. So that's my silver. And then next to it is the splash. She's growing and growing and growing. And I would turn it around, but I'm afraid I'm going to knock something over. Let me move some of these plants so I can do this safely. Okay guys, I had to feed the cat. She was lurking. And I made a little room here, a little breathing room. So hopefully I don't cause any disastrous stuff here. Here's the other side of this trellis. So I like that it's grown on both sides. I sit it in a window and I try to turn it so that the entire plant can get light. So it's looking good. Cronana splash. Got these in 2022. They're growing like crazy. I've shared so many cuttings with people. So if you saw the recent swap between me and Latina plants, you can see shared with her as well. Here I have my Hoya caudata. She's making a comeback. Look how big this new leaf is. Yep, and there's another one there. And whoops, sorry. And then this little one just popped up. Looks like she's making a comeback. She lost her whole other side when I first got it. The package of plants were stuck. We had unusually cold weather in the fall, and canopy plants had like, sale and whatnot. So I think it was like 4 plants for something. I don't know. I don't remember. That could have been Steve's leaves. But this I think I got from Canopy Plants. And when I received them, they started looking like kind of limp and soft. So did I repot it? Yeah, I got it out of that cocoa core stuff, the chunky stuff they use. And I put it in pond mainly. And, just waited. The other strand did not take very well. And I ended up cutting it. So it was this whole side that I lost. So I'm very happy to see that it is making a comeback for me. She's looking good. And she's growing on me. I wasn't quite sure if I liked caudata or not. And so, I don't know. Maybe we'll be looking into the Sumatra soon. I don't know what this is. It was labeled caudata. So, I don't know. This is Australis, the regular green Australis. What is happening here? Okay, so next to her, let me just point this out. This is my Rang Sang Splash. Rang Sang. How do you say this? Let me get it. Latifolia Rang Sang. And so maybe it's not splash because that doesn't, it has very little splash. So anyway, I've been having trouble with this. I took it out of the medium that it was in, and actually I had repotted it, and then the leaves were getting real soft, so I took it out, and I had more leaves. I chopped them yesterday. So what do you think? I mean, I don't know. Unless it was just too much for the plant, stress and everything. But the leaves are very, just soft. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be adjusting. So I have some cuttings elsewhere. And they're rooting up, hopefully. I don't think I have it here. So anyway, let's keep it moving. See how easily you're distracted. Okay, so sunrise, my Hoya sunrise. Here she is. There's her peduncle. She had another peduncle, but I think that one, is it on there? I think I lost it. But only one produced a flower. It's an interesting smelling flower, but she was outshined by my Numeroloides. Yeah. Across the room from each other, but the little ones took over. You could smell them throughout the house. But yeah, I love this. I'm hoping to get it more sun stressed next year. She looked like she was trying to get that pretty sun stressed look, and then and it just got green leaves. And now the season has changed, so the sun has changed, and she's just back to just green. I think I had some sun-stressed leaves somewhere, maybe on the other side. But yeah, you see I crisscrossed this bamboo right here to help her get trellis on there. This top one is not right. It's not secure, so let's see. Try to use the clips to keep it straight. Anyway, that's my Hoya sunrise. Okay, next to that is the cuttings that fell out of the original mama plant, which I'm still going to take you upstairs and show you that one. That one is beautiful. But let me tell you, this thing has grown very quickly. I just noticed here. Okay, let me try to get to that. See that new leaf? And there was another area. Where was it? And I noticed some new growth on it. It's on the other side. Let me see if I can turn it a bit. There we go. See right there? I'm going to get a leaf there and a leaf there. So suddenly this thing is growing much faster than the original mama plant. Is it because it's in pond? I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see. But the original plant was kind of a slow grower in soil. I ended up buying another one and putting them together because I wanted a really full pot. You should see how beautiful that looks. When we go upstairs, you'll see that for yourself. But I gotta see, I don't remember if I repotted the original one into pond. So we'll see when we go upstairs. Here is my fungi that suddenly shot out. It's in the original mix that it came in from Plant Life. Like, she has this soilless mix here. It's very barky and very nice loose soil. So I left it in that. I just changed the pot because I wanted a round pot instead of the square one. So I just kind of lifted it up out of that and put it in this pot here. Maybe added just a teeny bit of soil. So this whole stem here was the original. This here with the darker growth going straight up, let me follow it, that's all new. And you see it looping going right up there. But yeah, I like this fungi. It's beautiful. Beautiful plant, beautiful leaves. And I like the way the new leaves are coming out even darker than the original. It's interesting. I don't know why, but who cares? Okay, down here, let's go down to the Cumingiana, Variegated. She is so pretty. Now here's my green Cumingiana. This one's a grower. I actually shared cuttings recently, and I chopped it before, so I don't remember who. I know I sent to Latina Plants recently. Nice cutting from here, and this one is quite the grower. But as you could see in that video I made the other day, Lowe's has Cumingiana. If you look, they have them on a round trellis. It's really pretty. So I almost bought one, then I said, no, you're going to go home and get your round trellis and hook up your little baby on that trellis. Save the money, right? Next to it here is my pain in the you-know-what plant, Obscura. This plant has not really performed the way I expected her to, so it's been a challenge. Some chopping has gone on, some, I don't know, lack of growth. This here, that whole stem right there, I don't know. That's another plant, 2 plants in the pot. But this is new since I repotted it. This is new. Oh well, that just fell out. It has roots, but I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It just doesn't look very well, right? It just fell out. So, I don't know. I won't give up on it. I'll put it in its own pot. How about that? This one, yeah, she just shot out these new leaves recently. I want to say 1, 2, 3, maybe. And that was after I repotted it. I sprayed it down because I said, well, it's not growing. Maybe it has mites. You know, the usual stuff. You try to guess and figure out what's happening with your plant, you know. Anyway, let's move on. Hoya Affinity Serpens Wenchiensis is my newest purchase. And she's cute. I'll bring her out. She's quite the cutie, isn't she? However, I'm trying to figure out what happened here. Did I lose leaves? Or was it like that? Maybe it was like that. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and look at the picture. But yeah, this one is so adorable. I fell in love after the seller had sent me free cutting in one of the packages I purchased from him of serpents. It was 2 leaves, and he's definitely rooting, doing well. So I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be intimidated by this small leafed Hoya. Don't know why. I don't know. I got the impression before that it might be difficult, but I watched Hakuna Plant Kevin, and just looking at what he's done with his serpents, oh my gosh. And he says he doesn't really try to supply it with any extra humidity. Just gives it a lot of light. It's in pond, grown like crazy, takes a lot of cuttings. So yeah, we'll see how this works out. New to me, so I will definitely keep you posted. You know, it's all an experiment. Okay, here my Hoya endawensis. Now, if I bring this one here, show you. I am not sure how these leaves work. Maybe the newer leaves come out more rounded. Oh, I see. Starting to develop that little wave on the edge of the leaf. I see how it goes. Yeah, these are very interesting. Can't wait to see. But as you can see, that new leaf right there is very smooth looking right now. But look at these guys. You could see, I guess it's a gradual change over time. I am not familiar. And there we go. Look at that. Some new growth points. So yeah, endawensis. Loving these cute little cuttings I've been getting. I don't mind starting out small, guys, and let it just grow in my environment. My Lacunosa, variegated Lacunosa. Now, you look at these two leaves are green, but look at that. So I am really looking forward to this. I may just do what I did with my Asami and try to work this around. I don't want to bend it and break it though. So we'll see. I might just take cuttings and stick it back in the pot. I love it when they're real full and then they start to trail for you. But yeah, I love the variegation on this. Lacunosa. Yep, looks like 2024 is going to be year of the Lacunosa. I indulged in Cronana and love it. I don't know what the whole deal is, whether they're the same plant or not. But as you could see earlier with my Lacunosa mint, it looks like a mixed pot. So I think definitely they're related, but I'm no expert. So, and I'm not going to get into the debate. I just love them. They grow like crazy. Beautiful, beautiful plants. All right, let's keep it moving. Stick you back over there. Here's my Calistophylla. And this, shortly after I got it, started to look stressed. So I took it out of the pot. Didn't like the way the leaves felt. The roots, I don't know. But I just decided to play it safe. I didn't want to lose it. This has been on my wish list for a while. And I'm not disappointed. I love it. So yeah, everything's rooted in here. I put it in pond instead of going right into, I usually do prefer, what do you call it, stratum. But I'm finding, why not just put it in the medium that you're going to be growing it in and just see what happens. And it rooted pretty quickly. I did keep the water level high until I felt like tug on it, and you could feel that the roots are there. Now I'll have to pull it out of here and see where the roots are. So I don't know, maybe I'm not keeping the water level as high right now. But yeah, is this a fast grower, guys? Do you know? Can you let me know in the comments, please, if you have experience with this? All right, here my Mathilde. I did the same thing pretty much. I didn't like the way the original plant was looking. It looked like they just oddly cut some stems, or just took stems that maybe fell out of a plant and stuck them in there, but there was no, I don't know, just looked weird. So initially it made me chop it a bit to see if I could stimulate growth to get it looking fuller, but it never did look full. It was just looking weird. So these are the cuttings that I had taken out of there originally, and they're rooted in there. So once these guys root, they'll all go together, I think. Or maybe I'll just have two plants. But I love this. One of them is very splashy, so I hope I can get it to splash like that. Look at that. And look at the new leaves coming. So adorable. Okay, so that's my Mathilde. Maybe splash. I don't remember what it said on the label. Anyway, here we go. This one is my Hoya acuta, intervariegated, which I was told is also called verticillata, intervariegated. Is there another name? I don't remember, but I saw this on someone else's channel, and she had such a big, beautiful pot. Now, she did say something about if you give it too much light, you get yellow for the variegation instead of this creamy color. And I don't know, I think that I was giving it too much light, and the leaves have those little sunburst cells in there. I think that's what they call them. when you get those little spots like that from too much light. So I've been pulling it back. I took cuttings too as insurance. This leaf is gorgeous. But yeah, so I think it's fine. I mean, it hasn't died, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm just learning that maybe I need to pull it back a little bit from constant light because they get a lot of light here. All right. Ooh, did I not cover? I think. Okay, here we go. My little buddies here. My Wilbur Graves, China. Aren't they pretty? Doing fabulous. Gave me a couple of leaves. This one here was in a little test tube of stratum. And I don't know what happened. These two original leaves here were starting to feel, I don't know, like soft or something. I don't know what made me take it out of that and just put it right here in a pond. And I kept the water level high. Didn't have much of a root system when it came. So, and then in the prop box, it shot out this one and this one, those two leaves. So very pretty. I can't wait to see these really take off. You know how carnosas are once they get going. So yeah, my goal is to get the Wilbur Graves Russia. I really wanted that one too, but I haven't found that one at the right price yet. Here's my Australis Lisa, looking beautiful as ever. What do you think? Let me get up high. There we go. She's really filled out. Look at that leaf. Isn't that gorgeous? Now I see some new growth here. Sometimes the new growth will come in that pretty reddish color. Now she's been pulled back a little bit from the light, so I don't know, but she's doing okay. She rooted really nicely. I had taken cuttings and stuck them right back in the pot, and I'm going to trim that one and make another plant actually. But yeah, she's doing good. Fast grower. I don't know. I heard someone online on YouTube saying that it's a difficult plant. I never got that impression. The two of them, the Australis and the Lisa, I just think you need to just feel the leaves. They do seem to need water more. In my environment, at least, they need more water than your typical Hoya. But I tell you, across the board, I have been watering my Hoyas more than I typically would have in the past. And I'm not seeing any bad results. Maybe my Chelsea didn't like it. So I know with that one to pull back a bit. But in general, I'm just giving them a little bit more water than I normally would have. And these tiny, small leaved Hoyas, I'm just getting familiar with them. So yeah, it's all been a good experience though. Here you see a lot of propagations. The mint right here, look at that, it has new growth. See those cute little leaves right there, the trio right there. That's all new. And you see the roots, it's coming out of the pot. I think it really wants a trellis. One will be hanging, one will be trellis. We'll see how that looks. These are my Curtisii babies. That's the verticillata. See those little sunbursts right there with the cells? And this is not a Hoya. This is my lipstick plant, Thai lipstick plant cuttings. Yeah. This is from the Bertonier, the variegated one. So yeah, I took a cutting. I'm trying to stimulate the plant to give me more variegation. Look at that, just on the edge. It's teasing me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to bush that out. And yeah, I think I showed you everything here that you needed to see. Now we can go upstairs, and there's just a couple more that I think I need to show you. All right, so let's go on up. Okay guys, I forgot a couple. This one was a recent cutting I received along with the Variegation. I think I said it right. This is a Kentiana Lori Lynn. I was screaming when I received this. Look at that color. Can you imagine a full plant? Oh, anyway, just hope for me. This is the Lacunosa Royal Flush that I got from Latina Plants, Jackie, in our plant swap. Looks like there's some new leaves there. Very pretty. And no, I take that back. This is the okay, this is Louisa's Silver Splash. I was going to say it had a purple tint, but this is the Louisa Silver Splash. Here's the Royal Flush. And you can see on the stems a little bit of that little kind of purplish tint. Brownish, I don't know what color that is, but yeah, I'm going to have to set that in there. Rosita cuttings as well from Jackie, Latina Plants, and this is the Low Harry that I got as a bonus cutting from Rare Herbs Garden, New Jersey. And here is another one, Chunxiao 005. Now I took this and spun it around. You can see part of it browned off here, but that's okay. I think I have enough nodes, and I just brought the water level up higher, so I'm hoping that takes. Did I say it right? Chunxiao 005. Yep. So I'm hoping they take and they grow into nice big beautiful plants. Okay, so that's it. Let's go upstairs. Okay, I had to get her up off that thing so you could see her better. This is my Obovata splash, and I'm happy to see that the leaves are getting a little bit more splash now than they were before. This is a slow growing plant, and let's see, I don't know, I don't think I've repotted her yet. Don't remember what happened. She might have been one of the ones that got a little damage out in the greenhouse this summer. I tell you, it was one day. That's all it took. And look, this is new. Is that a peduncle? Okay, I'm not going to squeal because that would be a first for this plant. I've had this plant for a long time. It was a cutting. Got it about maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. Does that look like a peduncle, guys? It does kinda, I don't know. I don't know that that's what that is, so I'm not going to get too excited. If she flowers, then I will be thrilled. Now, I love this plant because this original leaf, you can see a little bit of the damage on the edge there. This is what happened when it was out in the greenhouse for one day. See a little bit of something on the edge. I don't know, what would that be? Burn? I'm not sure. But this is the one heart-shaped one I have in the bunch. Yeah, but the stems are really woody on this thing, and she did forgive me. I got a little bit of growth here. And you see that on the edge too? I don't know what that damage is. It might have been one of the original leaves that got burned out there. Not sure. I don't know. Not in the habit of burning my Hoyas, so that was a first. And thank you again, Rachel, for saving them. All right, so here is my, I love this plant. Such a quirky looking plant, right? This is my Hoya compacta, Hindu rope, Hoya compacta, whatever it's called. And you saw the variegated one, but I tell you, this one has been one of my diehards. It's been with me for years. It's slowly growing, but it grows, you know, and it doesn't give me any problems, honestly. People talk about getting mealybugs in there. So far, I've been blessed. I can't say that I have gotten that with this plant. So praying I don't jinx myself by saying that. Now here we have, this is the original Pubicalyx splash. Now see the splash there? That's what I was referring to. The mama had the splash, and she's been chopped back a lot. So she's bouncing back. I think she's forgiven me. I want to pot her in, I really want to put her in pond. And I will one day when I'm motivated enough to mess with her. Okay guys, so now we're upstairs and look at this. Oh my gosh, she is just so beautiful. This is the Latifolia albomarginata, formerly known as Macrophylla albomarginata. So as I told you, I combined two plants. This is a new leaf. Look at how huge it is. All I did was just pin it to this trellis. I don't know if that's why, but if these leaves get that big, talk about a happy camper. This has always been my favorite. And if you remember downstairs, the new baby plant had a similar leaf. I don't know if I had to turn the right way for you to see that, but yeah, there's some more. But look at the detail in that. This is such an awesome plant. Now, the original plant gave me, look at that one. Can you tell I haven't really been up here looking at this plant carefully? Wow. The original one gave me a flower that wasn't like a complete bloom. I don't know, it was weird. And it didn't last for long at all. And I don't even know where that peduncle is. When I did the repot, it may have been broken off, or maybe it fell off. But yeah, it's doing very well. And now let's look at my originals. This is my Hoya Crimson Queen. Look at that. Okay, this is one of my old Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen. Here's the peduncle, that sneaky little peduncle that gave me that beautiful flower. It's funny. Some of her leaves don't look so hot, but then you have this section here. She's coming back strong. But you know, I couldn't find another peduncle on this thing. It's one of my oldest Hoyas. And let me show you the other two. Here is my star, my Crimson Princess. This one, last year, guys, if you look at that half moon. If you look at my Hoya collection video, yeah, she had a whole stem of white leaves. Stem was pink, and all the leaves were white, and those leaves lasted a long time. I repotted this plant, and then it started to look a little disturbed there for a while, but it seems to be bouncing back. Like these leaves here are kind of thin compared to the rest, so I don't know if the roots are healthy on that section of the plant. But yeah, it hasn't died. I mean, it's still going strong. Look at that. Yeah, but she's huge. You see how she's hanging? And I feel like I'm not getting as much variegation since I moved it from the morning light in my bedroom. So they're both going to go in there. This one too. Look how big that one is. This is the one I took a lot of green stems and created that all green Cronana. Very pretty, but like I said, the other one had given me more variegation, but I still love it. I love the contrast. Look at that. I tell you, it's been pretty carefree, honestly. These have been with me, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, maybe longer than that. But yeah, I think that is it for the Hoyas I wanted to share with you. I don't know what it's going to be like by next year, but I'm going to try to make this a yearly thing. Hopefully I'll still be around posting videos a year from now, and we will see what kind of collection I have at that point. I am running out of room, I will tell you that, but I'm always going to make room for Hoyas, especially the smaller plants that I've been buying. I figure it'll give me time for them to grow and take up too much space, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your support, guys. Let me know if you like the videos. This is part 2, and I appreciate you checking up and looking for part 2. The feedback today was great for part 1. So I should have this out in about 2 more days. I hope you enjoy. Go ahead and buy some Hoyas.